This video series is produced to raise awareness and educate the public about current health and fitness trends. The series reviews modern exercise concepts and how they affect long-term overall health and fitness. It explores important training concepts and offers a unique view for how a training program should be structured. According to the Aerobics and Fitness Association of America, some activity is better than none, and even low to moderate exercise should improve overall fitness. However, any activity done in the wrong way can cause more harm than good. Musculoskeletal injuries are at an all-time high compared to 40 years ago, and chronic diseases such as asthma, diabetes, cancer, and heart disease are rising dramatically. If the overall health of the population in the U.S. and worldwide is steadily declining, it is fair to question whether the current concepts of active fitness and exercise methodology fall short of keeping the human body fit and healthy. Each video offers science-based recommendations to address the missing pieces of the fitness puzzle. In this video segment, we will discuss regular physical activities and what you need to learn about the human body so that your exercise program will keep your body fit and healthy.
Many people mistakenly believe that exercising regularly is enough to stay healthy and fit. The prevailing notion is that a fitness regimen comprising of weights, cardio, and stretching addresses all the body's needs. These are common misconceptions that can lead to your body becoming dysfunctional in the long term. A typical training program does not provide a rate of progression, resulting in little or no fitness improvements. Unfortunately, it is commonly accepted that if one exercises regularly, it will be sufficient to stay fit, and lack of training results has no consequences.
My fitness life has faltered on and off all my life. I started off really strong as a child. Was very active in sports growing up, but then came college, and then came marriage, and then a job. And so it wasn't until my husband actually bought or helped sell the club where we are right now working out that I got back into fitness. He came home and said, "We got 2 free memberships for the first year, and you're going with me." And I said, "Oh no, I'm from the South and women don't perspire. That's just not very attractive." So I kind of nixed it, but I went with him anyway, and I found that I really liked exercising. So we did a lot of classes. We did spinning. We did the machines. I took a small group class where there were just 3 other people working out with us, and I enjoy working out. The problem is that after you do your routine 3-4 times a week, you kind of expect, at least I did, to see results. And while I'm not that keen on just plodding along and not seeing anything happen, I finally decided I'm retired now for 2 years. I would invest in a personal trainer. So that was kind of a big deal for me because I never really thought I would want to do that. So that's when I started seriously thinking about learning proper form and getting some sort of, I don't want to call it regime, but a system that I could be comfortable with, but that would also keep me feeling fit. So it was pretty active exercising before I began this program.
In order to prevent the body from physical and mental deterioration, you need to understand the difference between what you want from your body and what your body really needs.
The very first and most important thing for you to know before even starting a fitness and training regimen of any kind is how your body is supposed to function and move. Starting your training without understanding this can be dangerous because you may end up forcing your body to move in unnatural ways. In fact, incorrect training for a long period of time can lead to significant physical deterioration, and ultimately it will prevent you from leading an active lifestyle.
And so when I first met with Lenny, he asked me what I wanted, and I told him I wanted to learn how to work out more vigorously and to tone up my core and be stronger. And he said, "All right, I think we can do that." What I didn't realize was that he was going to teach me a totally different way of not just working out, but moving my body. And so I guess the part that I didn't like so much at first, that I was very uncomfortable with, is there's a lot of new material that he covers in the first sessions. He walks in with anatomy drawings, and there's muscles I didn't even know I had. And he expects that you study that, because when you come back for your next time, he asks you about what you just went over. And I felt uncomfortable only in that it was so new to me, and I thought I didn't really need to know all that. I didn't need to know where my psoas muscle was. But then I began to like it, because I guess I'm sort of an academic at heart. I began to look at the anatomy charts that he would give me, and also I looked them up on on my computer, and I began to really be curious about the muscles he was talking about. But the movements, I'm used to like running as fast as I can, or spinning as fast as I can, and this new method was all about slowing down and moving my body differently. And so it's just the tiniest little movements, and when I would try to do them, it would be kind of embarrassing, because I didn't think I was doing them right. Most of the time I wasn't. So many years have gone by in which I've apparently moved my body incorrectly. So even walking, the way I walked was not the form that I should be using to walk, much less run. And so I think that, and the other thing that I missed was just getting on the machines and working out for 30 minutes without thinking about anything. I used to listen to my music while I worked out. In this program, you don't listen to music. You have to think about what you're doing. And any distraction is considered to be totally nefarious and to be shunned altogether. So I was feeling that my regular routine at the gym was, while I thought it was adequate to keep me healthy, cardio-wise, I was really not doing much strength training. And I knew I needed to be doing that. And I didn't feel like I was able to make progress on some of the key parts of my body that I was becoming increasingly disappointed in. So I thought I would try something new. I've been working in this program since January, and I am still learning how to walk. So for anyone who wants a quick program that will get them where they want to be in 6 weeks or 12 weeks, it hasn't worked out that way for me. But again, like I said at the beginning, you don't always know what you really want. You can ask for something, but maybe that's not what you really want. And so I'm glad that I didn't get the 6-week program or the 12-week program, because that one would have been more of the same of what I was doing already. And yes, I might have lost 5 more pounds or dropped 2 more, or shrunk 2 more inches, but I don't think I could have maintained it, because it was a totally ineffective way for me to maintain. And I'm not somebody who wants to be at the gym for 2 or 3 hours every day.
Functional training can help to connect your physical activities with daily life. For example, if you learn how to squat, it will help you stand up and sit down properly. Also, when you make your body more functional, you will develop a connection between your body and mind, and it will give you a boost to your inner desire to exercise. Training movements, not muscles, will help you to understand how the body is supposed to function, and it will improve your body awareness. Connecting training with your daily life activities will help you stay healthy. For instance, improving your walking stride will make it easier to complete daily tasks and avoid injuries.
In fact, I have to relate a small anecdote, if you don't mind. I recently had cataract surgery and was admonished to take it easy for the rest of the day, but was told that within 2 hours I could go out for a walk if I felt like it. So I did. I went out for a walk, and I told my husband I was going down to the mailbox to mail a letter and be right back. But the other thing that you must know about me is I love to be outside, and I love to work out outside. So I decided I was feeling very, very fine, and I would just take a long walk. So I was doing well, and I went quite a ways, I think 45 minutes, and I was on my way back, And for some reason, I think it's because my vision wasn't quite what it should have been, having just been operated on that morning, I didn't see the rise in the sidewalk. And I tripped and I began to fall. And the first thing that came to my mind was not fear, it was, all right, you know how to fall. Because if you can imagine, this program also includes a lesson on how to fall, which is a very scary part of the program because I'm not really all that keen on making myself fall. But as I went down on the sidewalk, I was able to avoid damaging anything. I just did what I had been trained to do, and I was stunned and dazed and a little disconcerted. But I thought, there's a perfect example of something that has stuck with me and is going to be with me permanently.
I've been a member of a local gym for about 16 years, and I try to go 3 times a week. I do weights and I also do cardio. I'm in the gym for close to 2 hours, and once a week I like to go swimming. So that's usually my routine in the gym. And then outside the gym I have a dog, and I feel really guilty if I don't take her on a long walk, and a long walk means anywhere from 2 to 4 miles. So every once in a while it comes to a point where I'm just really bored. And when I get really bored, I stop going to the gym, which I feel is not a good thing. So at that point I try to break out and do something different. So different would be maybe getting a personal trainer. My hips were also locked, and I worked with a trainer to do certain exercises to get my hips moving. And then I just came, maybe like 6 months after being with the trainer, I got this feeling of euphoria. It was just like everything was wonderful. I was always smiling. I was always happy. I just felt really good. I felt really calm. And I have to say that was the exercise, because I don't remember any other changes I made in my lifestyle at that point. Swimming has become much easier because I notice that my hips are moving, so there's a little bit of sway from side to side, and that's making my stroke much better than it was. Also walking, I used to have a problem where my toes would get really squished. They felt like they were like this and there was pressure on them, and I'm not feeling that anymore. And I've definitely changed the way I walk, so instead of just using my legs, I'm actually using my glutes also, and that just kind of has opened up this whole area. I find my home life is not as insane as it was. I'm really calm now. In certain situations where I would have been a volcano and absolutely blown up with before, it's not happening anymore. It's just really nice and calm and easy. I feel happy, I feel calm and relaxed. It's just been great. I'd say it took at least 6 months. And at that point, I just felt like my body was moving easier. I wasn't having as many aches and pains. My appetite also decreased, which was not a bad thing. People in my family have noticed this as well, and they make comments about it. And some of my friends have as well, and they've asked me, well, what is it about what you're doing that's just kind of calmed you down and thinking about something before I just jump right in it feet first. And it's just I don't know, it's this hard to explain. It's this calmness. It's not only mental, but it's also physical. And I think when you're just feeling good, the world is just rosy and great.
After I retired, I was doing a lot of work on my house, and I actually hurt myself, and I had to have surgery on my spine. I saw Lenny, one of Lenny's promotions, and I met with him, and he was really very helpful in terms of showing me how to do exercises and just to pay more attention to my posture and to balance and to what he calls core fitness, which seems to have been exactly what I needed. And I actually feel like I'm healthier now than I've ever been in my life. I had a lot of pain in my shoulder, and I didn't know what it was. And my doctor had been telling me for years that I needed to get more exercise. And I had high blood pressure and high cholesterol. I had bad posture, and I needed surgery on my spine, but the reason my spine was not the way it should be was that I didn't know how to take care of it. I didn't know how to sit straight and stand straight and exercise the right muscles and to keep it healthy. And that's what I learned from Lenny. He explained his approach, which it really made sense to me because I was a science teacher and Lenny's very much a science-based kind of trainer. And he knows more about anatomy than I do. I was a chemistry teacher. And he would explain what he was doing and why these things were important in ways that made sense to me. And I think that's a really important thing to being successful in learning anything is you have to believe it. You have to believe that you can do it. I had fallen and sprained my ankle. I was working with Lenny just on an overall concern about fitness. But during that time I fell. I was cleaning my yard and it was already, there was some frost. There were leaves on the ground and frost, and I was on a hill and I slipped and I sprained my ankle and it swelled up. I thought it was broken because it's the way it swelled up and it was all discolored. He was telling me that if I had better posture I wouldn't fall, and, which I didn't want to hear. But he had me take my shoes off and showed me how to push my feet in the floor a certain way, and it actually relieved the pain in my ankle. And I was very impressed with that he was be able to be that specific to take the one problem I had and show me a simple exercise that I could do myself, and it actually made my ankle feel better. And I've done that. I don't do it regularly because my ankles are fine now, but it was like a good thing to know. By understanding what I'm doing and how it's helping me, it makes me feel better about doing it, and I'm much more faithful. And I exercise at home almost every day. And there's a lot of things that Lenny showed me that relate to core fitness that is easy to do at home. It's just isometrics and stretching and things like that. And I can feel the difference from having done those things. That's, my ankles and my knees feel better. I feel that my posture is better, and I feel more healthy.